8 times the square root of 28, that is going to equal 8 times the square root of the factor tree for 28. 28 is 2 and 14, 2 and 7. So that's going to be 2 times 2 times 7. When we do the square root, we're going to have 8 and the square root. You need 2 numbers to pull out 1. The 7 will be left over. So you get 16 times the square root of 7. 16 times the square root of 7. Four times the square root of 26. So again, we have to do the factor tree. So we're going to have 4 times the square root of, and the factor tree for 26 is 2 times 13. First thing I look for is a pair of numbers. I do not have a pair of numbers, so this is already simplified. So my answer is 4, the square root of 26. 10 times the square root of 45, again, that is going to be 10 times the square root of, we have to do the factor tree for 45. 45, 3 goes in there, 15, and 3 and 5. So we get 3 times 3 times 5. When we do square root, we are looking for pairs. I have 2 3s. I need 2 3s to take out 1. The 5 stays, so I have 10 times 3. I want to rewrite that so people can see what I have. 10 times 3 times the square root of 5, so that is 30 times the square root of 5. My helper is a little slow on the ball today. All right. Go ahead now and do the next problem. 10 times the square root of 15, that is going to equal 10 times the square root. We have to do the factor tree for 15, 3 and 5. I do not have any pairs, so there's nothing to pull out. So I have 10 times the square root of 15 for the answer. All right, let's click on there, practice again so we can do one more problem. Thank you. All right, go ahead, do this problem. 5 times the square root of 27, again, that's going to equal 5 times the square root of the factor tree for 27. 27 is 3 times 9 and 3 times 3. So here I have 3 times 3 times 3. Again, I'm looking for a pair of numbers. So this is going to be 5 times something because I'm already looking ahead. I have 2 3s, so the 3 will go in here. I have a 3 left over, so the answer is 15, the square root of 3. And Sally, my helper, was on the ball today. Thank you very much. 2 times the square root of 275 is going to equal 2 times the square root, again, the factor tree of 275. So 275, whoops, I wrote 255. We want 275. Factor tree, 5 is going to go in there, 55, and 5 goes in there, 11. So I get 5 times 5 times 11. That's going to be 2 times something, the square root of 11. I have 2 5s, so that will be 10, the square root of 11. And you saw the answer fly by because Sally is on the ball.